test preparation strategy is vital to performing well on tests. The following is one type of test preparation strategy that you can use to prepare for a subjective examination, such as an essay test for a history course where in-class essay exams are likely. PORPE is a strategy developed by Michelle Simpson in the 1980s. PORPE: predict, organize, rehearse, practice, evaluate. The first step is predict. This step assumes a certain level of studying prior to beginning. This first step is not one to enter into without first considering what types of questions or problems might be on the exam. Start by identifying the major topics from the class discussion and readings, or surveying their textbook's headings or the table of contents in the relevant sections. Be sure to focus on higher levels of thinking, analyzing, synthesizing, and applying, as appropriate for the particular professor and course. Use why and how questions, not when, where, and what. The second step is organize. Organize the relevant material in a way that is meaningful and memorable to you. Here you might write a summary to synthesize key ideas related to this topic, or you might want to create an outline of key points to include in the response. The goal for this step is to determine what information you'll need in order to develop a strong response. You'll need to know something about the exam format, the type, the length, the evaluation criteria, and so on. So this is a good time to ask your professor if you don't know this information already. Next, rehearse. This step should be done several times in more than one sitting. The goal here is to become familiar with the key points and ideas that are identified in the organized stage. This can be done verbally by asking the predicted question and then responding to it aloud. Next, practice. This step is your opportunity to test yourself by actually writing out the essay response to your predicted question. If the exam will be timed, try to time yourself. If the exam will be closed book, practice writing without the text. When you write your response, try to make it clear in the very first sentence which question you are answering and how by flipping the question into a statement. Think in terms of a formal academic essay. Be sure to include transitions, paragraph breaks, a title, a conclusion, and so on. Finally, evaluate. This is the trickiest step because you need to try to get into the professor's mind in order to evaluate your practice essay. What are the specific expectations? Is there a rubric for the exam? One approach is to look back on previous feedback or assignments for clues. PORPE can be a very helpful way to study for many types of subjective examinations. PORPE: predict, organize, rehearse, practice, evaluate.